What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to another Draw Me video where we draw on these sticker pages and make a full page sticker out of nothing. Today we got some blue and purple going on. And today I wanted to talk about you know, like having to change pace and get comfortable with change is what I mean. Because right before I had started recording, well, it kind of ties into the seasonal changes, the way the sun is setting now. And if I were to be in my normal spot, we're outside today, but if I were to be in my normal spot, it'd be, you know, pretty uncomfortable with the sun in my face and the camera in the sun, probably overheating, a little bit more likely to overheat. I'd rather not that happen. I'd rather that not happen, you know. And when you're in certain circumstances, you find yourself, you know, feeling like you deserve, you know, you deserve more, but you obviously have to earn it, right? Like you're meant for more. This isn't all that you're meant to be doing, type of thing. And you know, you'll try some things and try your best to find an opportunity. And I felt like I did. So then last night, the homie was like, yo, meet up at the Starbucks, I'll introduce you to my brother. And we'll give like a presentation on like some like company they work for. Look bruh, short answer, like short story, like this was some bullshit. It was so fucking boring. And I didn't realize it till like the thing's almost over, but the homie that I knew the homie before I knew his brother. I met the brother before that, you know. The homie was up in the and it's like, well, he's not the homie no more, bro. I'm cool off that now, but he was like up in his like Crocs and shit, and like I thought this was supposed to be like a formal meeting or some shit, like, right? And fool's all up in his fucking, fool's not dressed formal. I'm not saying suit and tie. I don't fucking dress up in no suit and tie shit, but at least, you know, shorts, Crocs, no fucking socks, and a little bright ass yellow t-shirt. And even in the beginning, like, they chose like a table like in the corner that was like kind of blocked off by the wall. Like one of their jokes was like, oh, we're gonna trap you in so you can't go nowhere. Bruh, if I'm trying to go somewhere, I'm gonna go somewhere, bruh. Fuck out of my face. Like that shit was like hella boring, bruh. Like, I'm gonna be fucking real with y'all, bruh. I don't care, bruh. Like, it wasn't about shit. And you know, that shit could, you know, they're just like for like an hour or something, just straight, just talking, repeating the same thing. Like, if y'all ever been around, like, have you ever heard the term like draining my social battery? Oh, that draining my social battery, shit like that. I remember when I was in school, one of the homies would tell me, he was around, like, he pulled like all the ladies, right? And there was these two that were around him, like, one day, like, I just noticed it, and everybody's like, hey, bro's like around, like, those girls are all around him today. Like, I was like, yeah, shit, I ain't never seen that before, but you know, it ain't none of my business. And then, like, end of the day like coming by, and it feels like, bro, I'm hiding up in here with y'all. It's just me and one of the homies chilling up in the room. We're just trying to kill time and get by the day. And it's just us. We got the whole room to ourselves, you know? And he comes up in there, surprises us, like, bro, I'm just trying to hide up in here, bro. They're draining. Like, my social battery's drained. That was like the first time I've ever heard that term. Like, I've heard of it before, but I've heard that was like the first time, like I've heard someone use it, you know? And I couldn't really know what it meant up until like recently. I started feeling that myself. Like, you're around somebody and they're just talking. And you could be around people that you enjoy and they're talking, and it's just so fucking boring, or it's just so draining. Like, you just, like, you're fidgety and you're like, bro, just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, that's how it was up in that Starbucks the other day. And I was like, man, these guys are not, like, they don't hold eye contact. They're really, like, fidgety with their eyes. Like, these fools are, like, weird, bruh. They're fucking weird. And it just left me drained, bruh. Finally, the shit ended. And, like, it seemed like that was it. But it looked like they were still trying to fucking talk. I was like, bruh, the slideshow's over. And I just stood up and I was like, alright, bruh, I'm gonna see y'all. And then they seemed kind of disappointed, like they have more shit to say. Like, bro, what else y'all got to fucking say, bro? Y'all just said the same thing like 20 times. I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. Fuck your job. So, you know, that's another, like, that wasn't the first time I felt socially drained or whatever, but is one of the few times that I have. And I could have just went straight home and like, man, fuck those guys, man, fucking, you know, but I probably wouldn't have felt better. I probably would have felt worse, you know. Then I would have sat on it at home and shit, like, man. So just down the streets of the park, and I was just chilling at the park for the rest of the day till the lights went out for like another like 3.5 or 4 hours. And man, that must have, you know, hit the spot, cause like I forgot all about it up until I got home, and I was like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers, bro. Like, so fucking annoying, bro. I don't know, bro. Like I knew it was some bullshit, bro. They're just on bullshit, bro. And a lot of people are. They're so convinced like that what they're doing is so good. Oh, it's so good. Nah, fuck you, bro. Shit's annoying. And you know, in that moment, I made the choice, like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the park and just chill, you know. I'm gonna move around, I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna go home yet. I don't wanna go home yet. And in that moment, having able to recognize how I felt and you know, adjust adjust like that, you know, in an instant like that, to think and, you know, do something about it, it made me feel better, and it worked out. Like, right before I hit record, I said, oh, the sun's in the way. That's alright. Now it's really not. It's not no more. And it's only been like less than 10 minutes I've been recording. Just like that, you know. But it's alright, because this spot's actually not that bad. It's pretty comfortable. Now, I'm not gonna change up and be like, you know, this is the new spot. No, fuck no. But this is a possible spot that I could use. And this table right here, I used to use this table all the time. I used to sit at it all the time. I used to be in, you know, on the other side of the backyard, but this is the table, you know, so I knew it didn't work out. It's a little flimsy glass table. You just pick it up and move it, right? And, you know, But when I was at the park, it was so much fun, bro. Like, it was like so cool. I met so many different people. I even I met like everybody that I had met was a new face. But there was one guy, like, I don't know anybody's name. They don't know my name. I don't know them. Like, we barely like interacted, but I was like, oh fuck yeah, bruh. But there was one guy that I saw that I recognized him. When I took a closer look at him, I said, oh, I've seen him before, and but that was like hella long ago, like during the summer 2025, like hella long ago. I was like, oh shit, bro, it's been a minute since I've seen him. Like, I've only ever seen him once up until last night, then twice now. But like, yeah, all those guys are fucking raw at what they're doing, bro. They were hella good. Look, bro, I seen something that's like the right people would never like drain you, you know? They would never socially drain you and all that shit. And that's true, cause that just tells you like maybe like you just know the energy, you know? You just read off of it. They're not for you, or just stay away from as much as you can, right? And it's either one or the other, cause if it's like a friend or something, you could just, you know, not be around them no more. Just stop answering calls, stop texting, stop reaching out, and stop answering. If they somehow magically decide they want to, you know, reach out to you, you don't gotta fucking respond to that shit. It's your cellular device that they're tapping into, you know? Look, bro, I'm gonna be honest. This is about one of the few things that I have in my life that makes me feel like I'm contributing towards something, you know? Like, I try my best to be busy, and I, you know, practice what I'm preaching and just, you know, be better. But, you know, when you're looking for something, I guess, and you're praying about it, you're hoping, you kind of get, you probably get kind of desperate for it. And I felt like that's why, like, I wouldn't say, like, I kind of knew that the guy, like the homie that was that I was gonna go meet up with at the Starbucks last night was gonna be, you know, was like odd, but I guess I kind of felt it. And I don't know, I mean, like, when you're just looking and you're starving for opportunity, you kinda gotta make something, you know? You kinda gotta do it on your own, right? Like, you gotta just make it work with what you got, and just pray that works while you're continuing to do something else. While you're continuing to try to find something, you know? Or you find what you are looking for. Cause I'm gonna lie, like, and I don't know for what reason, but like I like go to sleep and I wake up and I just feel so fucking tired still. And that's only been recently too. Like exhausted, fucking tired. And I'm like, bro, I just gotta start the day, bro. Like I could go to sleep later on tonight, you know, like I don't know, but maybe that's what I need is more rest. You know, I really probably should like recover, but I know like when I went back to the park today, I was riding the skateboard and I was trying to do like a little ollie or some shit, just practice them because I know they need some work, and I like hella stomped on the board or some shit, I don't know, you popped the board, that's what it is, and I landed in that, like my ankle, like I took all the impact on my ankle. I was like, oh fuck, that shit hurt. So, I don't know, even like my right foot, my right toe, my little toe, like, so I don't know, I don't doubt that I probably need some like recovery time, but I feel like when you're just really trying to make something work, like I get it, you know, I talked about like taking a break, but I mean, I feel like it's also really hard to when like you're really like striving for something, you know, for more to become something, right? I guess, and maybe that's where I'm wrong, is trying to be more, trying to do more. Shit, for the longest time, I was trying to be like, I had dreams of like becoming like a basketball player or something. Like I envisioned myself like being in the NBA, you know, and like playing and just you know, I was like, man, this seems like so much fun, but I know like the more like hobbies and like shit you want to do, the less you're putting into like becoming better at anything, you know. You're constantly choosing, and your mind realizes that, so you end up not really doing shit. And that was my issue for a long time. I was like, I wanna be good at skating, I wanna, you know, play in the NBA, but I gotta be good at that, so I gotta be good at shooting the ball, and I'm not good at doing layups, so let me get good at that. Shit like that, right? But then also, you know, I also want to draw, but where's the time for that when throughout the day I need to be playing basketball, you know, shit like that. And I won't lie, recently I come to the realization and the conclusion, like I don't really give a fuck about trying to be, you know, big NBA superstar, bruh. Like I love basketball, and that's why I, you know, that's why I have those thoughts of going so big, but I don't love, you know, you know, trying to fucking be out there every day and do, you know, shoot the ball, and I don't know, whenever I like actually go out to the court, I'm not even running to chase the ball. I'm just walking. I shoot the ball, and sometimes I'll run after it, but for the most part, I'm like shit, bruh. You know, lazy consistency, I guess. Like I'll get it. You know, whatever. And that's when I started to realize, like, you know what, bruh? Like, I don't think I give a fuck about being no damn superstar, bruh. I just want to shoot the ball and make the basket, and, you know, play pickup games with the homies if they're there, if they invite me out, if they reach out and they invite me out, you know. Like that's it. Like that's fun enough for me, and I think having done that, you know, being real with myself and coming to that conclusion and being like, you know what, it's just not for me, and that's alright. It kind of made me calmer in my most recent days, like, because I'm not chasing that no more. I'm not working towards, fuck, if I don't make 5 shots in a row, then I'm not good or some shit, right? But that's not the case. I mean, shit, you could still be good and, you know, fucking miss 100 shots in a row. You feel me? It counts on a lot of other things playing to that part, you know, because you could have good form and, you know, good rebound, or no, well, you're playing by yourself, right? But I mean, I don't know, like I was just spending so much time playing basketball that the thought of, like, you know what, maybe I should just try to go pro, you know, not even like try to get good first. No, just go pro automatically. Like, that's where I was reaching exhaustion, because I wasn't like, how about I try to get good at, you know, this first or that. It's just, you know, make it big and, you know, become successful. Like, that's terrible. That's where I was messing up, and when I realized that was my thought process, it made me, you know, come to the conclusion, like, I don't think I care to do it anymore, you know? Even, like, I was just trying to sign up for school, and fuck, signing up for school is, like, so confusing, bro. Going back, like, signing up for, like, college, like, I was trying to go back to school for, like, a traditional college now, right? And I don't know, bro, like, it just confusing me, bro. Like, I even called, and the lady's, like, telling me some bullshit. She's like, alright, well, just keep checking your email. I was like, alright, well, I guess so. It wasn't really no help. That's what I'm getting at, bro. Like, it just wasn't no fucking help. But the only reason I was trying to get up into college was so I could, you know, fucking play sport. So I could play basketball. And that's why I'm saying, like, I wasn't even trying to, like, you know, get good first, and then, you know, maybe take it to the next level, and then take the next level again. It's just, you know, sign up for school and go pro, have someone notice you, hopefully, like bruh, cause you know, I wasn't putting in time and effort anymore, or even trying to. Even now, I'm like, bruh, I don't really feel like I don't feel like I care to anymore, you know? Like, and maybe that's fucked up to say, like, that was my dream for so long. Oh, I want to play, you know, I want to be a big NBA player, whatever. I don't know. And to just be like, nah, never mind. But I feel like I'm just being realistic, though, like, with myself. And maybe it's harmful, because, you know, the mind doesn't know the difference between negativity and positivity, right? It just like a joke and what's not a joke. It's just like, if you keep telling yourself you're bad and you're awful, your mind's gonna believe it. But I also feel like to me it's just true. Like, I'm just trying to jump these levels, and I'm not trying to even get better. I'm just trying to shoot the ball and make it. Without missing it. Like, everybody's trying to do that, but it's obvious that's not gonna fucking happen. You're gonna miss you're gonna miss those shots, you know. But there's, like, other things I'm putting my time to that I do care about way more than, you know. Yeah, I cared about that a lot, but I care about things like this a lot more, you know. So I think simplifying, you know, what's interesting you, and you know, a person could have hella interests, hella hobbies. Doesn't mean I stop playing basketball. Hell no, I pick up the ball and I shoot that shit, and I'll miss it 100 times and I'll still have fun. I don't give a fuck. But I know, like, I'm not, not trying to chase the dream of become more now. It's just enjoy what it is, There's a court right here and I got the ball in my hand, so I'm gonna just shoot around and have some fun. And like I said, maybe that's a perspective that's fucked up. I don't give a fuck, bruh. I really don't, bruh. It's my perspective, and shit, I haven't gotten anybody else's perspective on it. It's just me talking about it. So I don't give a fuck. Cause you know how fucking hard it is to go pro in anything? Especially sports? And I'm not gonna lie, I think that's the only thing I've ever really felt like I wanted to go pro at. It's like, for real, bruh. Like being a pro artist, being a pro drawer, a pro communicator, like pro talker and all that shit. Like, bruh, I just don't see it, bruh. Like, that don't fucking seem like me. Being good at, being good, yeah. I feel like I'm alright sometimes, because I still find myself like, man, you know what? I feel like that's rush. I don't like it. But then I feel like, oh yeah, that's hella good right there. I like that one. Whatever, right? So, I don't know. I don't think too much about it no more. My main thing was always just try to make make money off of it. That was a long time ago, a few years ago, like 4 years ago, and not a dime has been made yet. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say, like, at this point, it doesn't matter what I do no more. I could draw a whole bunch of fucking, naked people throwing the middle finger and shit, and it wouldn't fucking matter. Cause that'd probably be more fucking exciting than this shit right here, bruh. And that's alright. That's alright, cause I don't fucking know how to draw naked people. I barely even know how to draw the middle finger. I tried to do that shit on the desk and I drew 6 fingers. Alright, well, kinda messed it up, but it's still there, And, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, this is the most simple shit ever, bro. Like, I think, I don't know, like I see a lot of interviews. I remember talking about it one time. I remember I seen a lot of interviews and, like, Nikola Jokic and him on his career and the comments and how they kind of make fun of him. Like, this is just a side job and shit. Horse racing is, like, his real thing. Like, his real job and shit. I think his thought process has got to be the same, Like, I remember back in like 2024 NBA finals, or not finals, I mean the playoffs. Like, me and the homie were talking about, I was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like Nikola Jokic. He's hella good. He's like, bro, for real, bro. He, like, the way he just goes for layups, bro. But the way he just drives in, like, no big is doing that. And, I think that's got to be his thought process. Like, if you were to ask him, like, oh, how do you do it? You're so good. Like, he's like, no, not good. I just, simple shit, just layup. Oh, like, alright, well, I don't think it's that simple, but, to the average, to the average spectator, they're just like, whoa, you see that shit? 40 points, 40 points, triple-double every game. And he's like, no, I don't give a fuck about that. Just drive in, layup. You feel me? Like, like, I feel like that's just a thought process, bro. Like, make lines on paper. Make lines on paper and fucking throw that shit in the drawer. Get out of my face, I'm gonna do another paper. Lines on paper. And I feel like I remember, like, I believe in that too, like a lot of energy, everything. And I remember someone telling me, or I just seen something that's like you attract what you are or something. So maybe that's why Nikola Jokic stands out to me so much, you know. Or you just get that intuition, like, oh, that's like, I like watching this team just for this specific player, and I'm not sure why. They're just like you know, like it just be kind of fun, you know, to watch. So maybe that's, you know, eventually when, you know, shit starts popping off for me. If, you know, if that is to happen, I believe it will, but maybe there's people with that same mindset, you know. Maybe it's the homies too, but I don't feel like I ever get that out of the homies. So, you know, there's only like 3 people that know in real life, me and this you know, this channel. And well, one of them, my dad, he don't even know the channel. He just knows that I do this shit. But the 2 homies, they know about it. And I don't know, maybe that's, you know, maybe that's why they're in my life, because they got the same thoughts and you know, kind of thought process features to their minds to know and understand, like, or maybe not, you know. It just kind of depends on what's you know, what's attracting them, what they attract. I feel like you know, the process for everything is so simple, but it does take some time. You know, like buying. We gotta review the paperwork and go over it. Alright, well, you just kind of explained the word review the paperwork, go over it. So you just gotta look at it and make sure numbers and words are good. And alright, but why the fuck does it take so long? You feel me? Like I gotta move up in this crib like by tonight, bruh. Like, me and all my shit and all my stuff and all my people, we gotta get up in there, right? And you're taking time, like, oh, it's gonna take some. No, fuck that, bruh. We need this right now. Feel me? Review your paperwork. Sometimes it's not meant to just happen right now, you know. Like, you just gotta, you know, maybe it's just a test from God. Like, you know, your patience. He does test our patience, right? And in the meantime, while you're waiting, what are you gonna do, you know? It's so easy to get discouraged and so bored. It is, bruh. I get discouraged and bored all the fucking time. And then I end up doing shit that I just know isn't fucking healthy for me. I end up eating and consuming so badly. Cause I'm like so fucking like, you know, like in a hurry, bruh. Like, man, why the fuck do I gotta wait for this shit, bruh? Like, yeah, I'm put on hold, bruh. Like, fuck. But then there's moments I'm like, alright, bruh. Like, I can understand, like, it just takes time, so I'll be alright, you know. I'll still be alright. The time's gonna pass anyways, so why not make the most of my life in the meantime until they tell me yes or no. Yes, we fuck with you, pull up, or nah, get the fuck out of here, kick rocks. Alright, bro, you know, well, at least thank you for letting me know, but why does it take so long, you feel me? And that's just what it is, bro. You gotta take action in other parts of your life. You took action there, continue taking action, and just keep trying, you know, keep trying. And that's where it's easy to just fuck up and fall back into your sin, and, you know, you fall back into your bad habits. Like you have to wait. But while in that waiting, you're supposed to just keep trying. But your mind gets so bored, especially nowadays with all the, you know, new ways to scroll and all that shit. It's so easy to just be like, alright, well, I'm gonna sit up on the phone, and then the next thing you know, you're sitting up on the phone for like 30 minutes. Damn, bro, like, that's a whole, like, run right there. I could have took the dog out, you know, it's perfect weather. Just take the dog out any time of the day. Do something, right? Like anything. Cause then you come back and you feel good, you feel great, you feel amazing. And then the dog's all panting and she feels good, she feels great, he or she feels good. Like, I don't know, bro, like, when I finished that book the other day, and, by Shannon Lee, Be Water, My Friend, The Writings of Bruce Lee, that's what it's called. And it was good, but one of the things that stuck out to me the most is like true mastery is a service. So you think about it, bruh, like I talk about basketball a lot, I think about basketball a lot, but I know I'm not going to be a pro basketball player. And there's other things, you know, like that interest me that I think are cool, like, excuse me, like fucking like cleaning, like they remember talking about it, like there's this guy, like the detail geek, and he like cleans cars and shit, details them is what they call it. And I was like, man, that's so cool, and it's so fun to watch, but I know that's nothing I'm gonna do. That is not anything I could like care to do, like professionally. You know, I vacuum the car and I'll clean the car and I'll touch the surface of it. But, you know, I go to the park and I shoot the ball, but I don't, you know, look into, you know, new products and tools that I could use to better myself at this and that'll help me. No, bruh, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Not anymore, at least. You know, it depends on what it is. Not anymore, at least. But shit like this right here, yeah. I've looked into like, you know, a tripod or a camera, shit like that. But I don't feel like I'm chasing the goal and the completion of go pro. I think this shit right here, these simple ass lines that I'm fucking doing right now, will be the same shit that I'm doing 10 and 20 fucking years from now. I'm probably not gonna be fucking drawing dragons and people riding those dragons. Probably not. And I'm alright with that, because I feel like that's pro level status. And it's all shaded. Nah, bruh, you know what I'm gonna be fucking drawing? I'm gonna be drawing stupid shit like this all fucking my life, bruh. And I'm alright with that, because I think it's fucking cool. That's enough to get my mind off of things. That's enough for me to flip through a sketchbook and be like, oh my fuck, that is so cool, bruh. That is so fucking cool. You feel me? I'm sure those people feel like that too, but my joy's always been in, you know, completing sketchbooks and filling out a page and filling out the whole fucking book. Not an empty fucking page. But I know some people's minds work differently. I get bored of that book, so I bought another one. It's just something about buying a new book. Hell yeah it is, bro. I fucking agree. I agree 1,000 times. I agree 1,000,000 times. I agree fucking 1,000,000%, 1,000 times. Feel me, bro? Hell yeah. That's the right fucking hell yeah, bro. But me, I like to finish that shit. So I could buy 5 sketchbooks and I won't fucking touch them. They'll go in the drawer just with all the other completed drawings. Fuck those sketchbooks until it's time to get to them, bruh. You feel me? Like all these papers right here, they're going in the drawer. I'm taking a picture for the thumbnail and that's it, bruh. This shit's out of my fucking sight till it's time to get rid of them. These are going to somebody, right? Because they're stickers. I'm not keeping these. But they sat in there since December of 2025. It's March 2026 right now. And they've sat there for a while. Yeah, that's not as long as like any of my other sketchbooks that I got right now that have been there for years. But it's the same concept. Because it needs to be gone. It needs to be used. Right? I think so. But I still, like, I went to the park today, I think I already mentioned that, and I was messing around for a little bit, but I was like, man, I just feel so exhausted today, bro. Like, I was messing around for a little bit, and I was like, you know what, bro, like, I just want to sit down, you know. But then I started thinking, like, I emptied my cup, cleared my mind, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should do something now. And I did. I brought my sketchbook. I knew I was gonna feel that way. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring this because I want to at least draw out there. I kind of want to draw out there in public. And I didn't realize like it was gonna be like that. Like, my mistake. I didn't realize I was gonna be like bored and then like kind of like, what's the word, like kind of like transfer over to be like, you know what, maybe I should start doing something and draw. It was like, I'm gonna take this so I could draw. I didn't realize it was gonna be like that, and I'm alright with that because it made me want to do it even more and enjoy it even more. So I just took the book out. I went, got my book out, sketchbook that I'm working on, and the same thing. I was working on some green. I was working on some blue and purple. So these pens were in my pocket, and I was like, I brought all the, the equipment, the tripod, and the camera out today in the backyard right now, and I just pulled out the pens from my pocket, so I didn't have to go digging through the drawer and find anything. Just it's right there in my pocket. And yeah, I mean, shit, it was a lot of fun out there, bro. Like, I was just sitting there for a minute. I just drew one. I thought I was gonna draw a lot more, like more than one drawing, but it was from scratch, I think, too. So the page was empty. So an empty page up to a full page and a full drawing, right? Not a resumed drawing like I had it something already going, and I just picked up where I left off. No, this shit was empty page. And I thought I was gonna do more. I'm alright with not doing more, but that's alright, cause the way I was sitting on this bleacher, it was like no back support, and I was like, oh shit. When I finally got up, I was like, man, like my posture was killing me, bro. And that is so bad. It was so bad. So you know what? Maybe it's alright that I just take a moment, take a moment and really like catch myself, maybe I just really need that, and I don't realize that, because I'm really trying to get up and like building something. I feel like we all get caught up in that shit, and not a lot of us admit that. That's alright. Sometimes it's hard to admit what we're embarrassed about. But be honest, bruh, those embarrassments are very, very similar to very, very close people to us. Because you could be scared to say these feelings that you feel, but this is the same shit that your homie's feeling that's tough to you, right? You go look at the homie and you're like, man, or your dad or your whoever, right? And you're like, man, that's a tough ass man figure in my life, male figure in my life, right? Like I feel like it's hard to talk about that shit to them, but nah, bruh. The tougher they are, and the nicer they are, And I'm talking about like real, like tough, mean looking type of shit. I'm not saying like fools that are just like plain up mean. Like those are the real fucking soft ass, like fucking those are the boys that ain't shit right there. They ain't fucking shit. They put on a show for nothing. Anyways, this is what we got. Appreciate it. I hope y'all, whatever. Thanks for watching.